Okay.
All right. Let's play some D&D.
Some D&D.
Everyone all good?
Mm-hmm.
One. Kill.
Hmm?
You good?
Hmm?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Last session on Out of the Abyss, we had quite the ending. We finally made it to Gracklestug. Saw a man get assassinated. You've encountered some weird people throughout the Blade Bazaar.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, though you have managed to buy and sell all of your goods that you need. At this point, you were doing pretty well, except a corrupt Duragar guard who really wanted your Dawnbringer didn't get it. And unfortunately, just sent about 10
Oop.
guys to come and arrest you all.
Mm-hmm.
And after one death and a bunch of injured Duragar Stone Guards, you were all taken to Gay Baby Jail 2, Electric Boogaloo. Just gonna let that one sit for a second.
Yeah, everybody's laughing very hard.
Stupid shit. Anyways, just as you were fearing your eventual stay at the Overlake Hold, a certain man appeared. Let me see if I can pull up his name again. Yes, Gartokar Zundorn. He mentioned a specific interest in you, and more specifically, Themberchad, the great fire drake of Gracklestug, has had an interest in you. You were left all night in jail, and now we will pick back up. What do
Yeah,
you all
so
do?
long rest. The
Yes,
drow
long
got
rest.
got heavy lunged, so I'm at 2 exhaustion. I'm not going to be coughing throughout everything I say, but imagine I am anyways.
Wonderful.
It's just kind of a. I think that would ruin my voice in 2 minutes if I did that.
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah,
don't do that.
yeah, don't be doing that. All right. Is there anything you'd like to talk about or do before we're just waiting for someone to come get you out of jail?
All that
I
prison is waiting.
I have been thinking about a few things. Demogorgon is here. Those gnolls. I haven't experienced a lot with them, but would any of you with more experience say they were riled up?
They're gnolls. Their existence is to be riled up.
He kind of
Did
dismissively
did
waves.
did we did notice, Dan, that they were a little weird, right?
You saw them a little more frenzied, but you can't tell that's just because
That could be anything.
they're hunting. But you did hear the words Yinogu in their no conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We did hear them say some weird name.
Mm-hmm.
And there was the slime at Velkenvale Outpost.
What are you getting at, Ghundra?
This is not the case. At all. But a part of me is beginning to wonder, with the possibility of several demon lords being on this plane. Of course, for that to happen, it would need to be something akin to an apocalyptic event. And while I was dead, though she does not owe it to me, I will note I did see the demon went pits, and Loth was not there. Or,
I'm sorry, what?
she probably just did not wish to appear before me. I'm nothing compared to her. I just didn't see her.
What do you mean you didn't see her?
It was just eggs. That's it. I was probably being fed to some lesser demons or whatever for not being strong enough, or it was a test or something. Who knows?
Does this Spider Queen lay eggs to reproduce?
Like, that's a very.
Careful with the blasphemy there, Duergar. You're lucky neither of us are particularly.
Female.
This was a question.
And you're all lucky you're alive because of me. Just putting that out there.
Questions can get you killed when they are about the queen.
Oh,
I'm not exactly.
I would
Well-
not make it long as a drow. Too many rules.
Money don't. It's fine. It's for now. It's. He's very concerned. He is basically talking him into saying, "Oh, the apocalypse is happening," but he's also in denial about it because that's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Keelith's just gonna stand up, place his hand on your shoulder, and look you in the eye, and just reassuredly say, "Loth's chaos is for hers to weave.
He's
Yeah, I
It
couldn't
is
be a
not for
drow
us
either.
to contemplate."
I like being happy.
yeah, he's nodding at that. That is genuinely reassuring.
And then
Rogi
Keelith's gonna
just-
go over to Rogi and put his hands on Rogi's shoulders.
Yeah?
Rogi, I do not care who you kill. Just be smart about it, so that whatever blood you spill does not wash onto my feet and get me in trouble as well, yes?
Okay.
It goes for you as well, Fodane.
Hey.
At
Didn't
this point-
expect to be back in this situation.
Rogi will begin thinking about his actions.
Okay.
That
And
being
we'll-
said, it was commendable how you escaped the rest.
Well, I figured one of us needed to get out. So that I could,
There
you
is
know.
no need to hide yourself. Run and abandon those to save your own life. Keyleth nods at this. It is the correct choice.
Rogi kind of shrugs. It is what nature does. So, we are going to see a dragon, it sounds like.
Or do a dragon's bidding, as their envoy gives us instructions.
One of the two.
I hope it's the latter, but we'll see.
It's probably a figure of speech.
You don't think the dragon is real?
I do not.
You've seen the dragon before.
I've seen it, and it is real.
Any Duragar who's stayed in Gracklestug has seen Thembershot before.
Rogi
Y'all
stares
believe
at
me so
Bodane.
quickly. Of course, there's a dragon.
Are you sure you are not going mad as well?
I'm sure.
You are acting very
nothing.
weird.
I'm probably as crazy as the rest of you.
Oh, on that, have any of you noticed behavior you don't remember being so natural?
Now that Keyleth has mentioned it,
I'm Ghundra.
yes.
Did-
No, not you, the other one.
What? Fine. Whatever.
I mean, I don't typically want to murder anyone, and I want to murder that guard.
Yes.
Well, he's given us cause. That doesn't seem too out of place.
Well, there was. I usually do not kill unless I necessarily have to. But there was that guard that I killed without much hesitation.
Hmm.
Have you noticed anything strange of yourself?
You're in dire situations. It's forcing you to become stronger. I don't see anything as particularly worrisome.
It is helpful, but it is strange. This is not how it used to be.
I've It was just Demogorgon, and I at least have the excuse of dying for a little bit of mine, but we may want to reflect on our minds, and if you believe
What
you
do
are
you know?
demons are a corrupting force, they can do things, unpredictable things. Perhaps simply seeing one has caused some of us to change. Mentally, physically is a possibility as well. But,
In all the ruins I've been in, I've never seen anything like that.
well, have you ever seen a demon lord is the peak
Can't
of what it can
say
be.
I've specifically seen a demon lord until that.
Yeah, it's. We may have to seek a way to purge flaws from ourselves before they spiral into something worse. We may just be noticing the beginnings of effects. It would take a lot of money or resources. Typically, if this was allowed, it would be through a priestess of Loth. But I doubt they would want anything to do with us at the moment, or any of you.
I'm sure we could find one that would want a favor from some houseless rogues. Not that that's what you are.
Still,
It's what
it
we are effectively are for now.
can't be just some run-of-the-mill junior priestess, though. It has to be one settled in Lot's power.
A high priestess.
Probably.
So you speak of fever dreams.
Yes.
Well, if we find some of the right kinds of herbs or mushrooms in the wilds, we might be able to purge ourselves in that way too. Nature has many great boons about it.
I've never heard of such a thing, but I'm willing to try anything to prevent this from, I don't know, maybe twisting us into a mane or something.
After this
Yeah.
this conversation, a couple of regular Durgar guards and a couple of Zerons appear. Durgar Zeron or Zerorns are special Durgar who are equipped with like a flame lance.
Fuck.
Are the flame lances on?
Or fire lance. They're not currently like just on, but they will like. You can see there's some sort of triggering mechanism that just activates them.
They have flamethrowers.
It's like a melee flamethrower. It coats their lance in like just fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got one of those. Or had
1,000
one.
degree knife.
That's a very different thing, Frankie.
One of them kind of throws your equipment over to you and unlocks the gate. You're still manacled, but they say, "Gather your things. We're not carrying it for you."
Just kind of nod and do it, I guess. Like,
Snatch up all of my things. They are mine again.
Yep.
Rogi waits and watches the guards and lets everyone else go first to make sure the guards don't try to kill us while we're not facing them.
Okay. They watch you as everyone kind of arms themselves, and eventually you arm yourselves too. You're still manacled, so there is that. It makes things a little
I
bit
do it
difficult.
with difficulty, yes.
Yeah. And attacks you would make with your weapon would be at disadvantage.
mm-hmm.
All that good thing. But they start to take you out of the Overlake Hold, and you travel through the streets. You get to close to Goldbrun's lair, kind of look at it side-eyed, and maybe some of you think about your companions that might be currently being held there.
Rogi thinks of stool.
Just as you get to the doors of the Dark Lake District, the mighty gates that stay there, you hear the rhythmic hammering of the city's forges. It's just drowned out for a second by a thundering roar and the sound of crumbling rocks. Duragar and visitors alike turn to see a two-headed, gray-skinned giant burst through the gate, howling madly and lashing out left and right.
Ooh.
Littering the plaza with rocks and stone debris, he bellows out and and he makes one mighty swing. It connects with one of Durgar's soldiers, who just his broken body just flies out, crashes through the air near you with just a sickening crunch. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Yo, epic. We got. Don't
Are
get
we
hit
supposed
by.
to be on oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, let's
Don't get
there.
hit by a giant initiative.
We place combat.
He's two-headed? I only see one-headed.
He's lied to
Wow.
us again.
I
The
can't
other, the other head is on the back, like that guy from Harry Potter.
Nay, okay.
Yeah. It's a cursed life. A half-life. Where is that? There we go. That's not coming up the way it should. There we go. I'm just rolling initiative for the other Duragar.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming a problem.
You will never roll for Duragar.
It does not want me to. That's for damn sure.
What's the problem? Is it popping up a little thing?
It's just, it's being difficult. There we go. I got it. It took me some time, but we made it. Alrighty. So, Rogi.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? The Stone Guards are gonna go first.
Bastards.
They are actually gonna come up to you guys as their first turn of combat, and they're going to
Unmanacle us?
they're going to unmanacle you.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
For the first,
That was a
as their
good choice.
They come through, they silently just undo it all. They say, fight with us, that way you won't die.
Sure.
They're very, stoic about it. And we'll start with Rogi.
Alrighty then. I will look at the thing that's attacking us and realize it needs to die, because that'll solve my problem. And I'll realize I need to, kind of even the score a bit. So I will draw my rapier, and I will concentrate really hard and cast enlarge on myself.
You might want to give yourself a little
You-
space, but
I would say, do you want to move first?
Yes.
No.
no.
No. Send everyone flying.
Alright, so you cast Enlarge on yourself?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just make it big then. Boom. Big Rogi. So, I believe that is an action.
It is indeed.
You-
Anything I
Yeah.
can do as a bonus action? Nope.
Okay.
That is my turn.
Alright, Ghundra.
So, he is pretty exhausted right now. He is at two. He's at two exhausted, in fact. I'm going to imagine he didn't breathe correctly most of the night. So he's going to run his full movement of 15 feet to get over here's about. And we are going to attempt our best fire shots. That is it's a Constitution saving throw, 12, right?
I
If it has
think
vocal components.
I think it's a check, actually, not a saving throw.
It's the same for me.
Okay, then yeah, just roll it.
All right, Constitution.
It is 11 you have to beat.
All right.
So, no.
You hear him shout, "Alu," and just like sputter and cough, and I think like he like kneels down a little bit before like getting back up. That's all he can
So
do this
you're-
turn.
Yeah, your spell fizzles and fails.
Luckily, it's a cantrip, but still.
Yep. Thodane, your go. Thodane. Rio.
Uh-oh.
Oh fuck! I was muted that whole time.
You-
Jesus
Oh no.
Christ. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna mute myself for a bit.
I just didn't want you to hear me opening and closing the fridge.
Fridges are loud.
Bridges make me scared.
And they run fast. Heard a lot of stories about people chasing them.
Very
So
quick.
30 feet to this dude is right here?
I mean, that's not where you are.
No, but if I was there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
And let me check one thing. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay, then.
Okay, that's action. Think that's all I can do this turn.
Okay, Frankie.
Actually, I'm gonna move back 5 more feet.
Alright. The wizard's
Um,
back up.
Yep.
Stay far away from this rampaging
Here comes
stone
the
giant.
flanking mark. Get ready.
Wonderful. Let's get
Haley, are you
killed.
planning on attacking this thing like first turn?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I will move here. I will cast on myself Mirror Image. This is just so I can even read it.
Hey, funny guys appear around you. Epic.
More
It's such a
Frankies
dope
appear.
spell.
As they appear, they all just 2 thumbs up. Hey.
Hey,
Not even
hey.
concentration.
And then I will inspire Keylooth.
Okay.
Keyleth will
Oh.
also thumbs up.
We all give Keylooth a thumbs up and start cheering. There's just 4 of me clapping.
You're pretty.
Love it when
Alright.
four guys are just like, hell yeah, you got this.
Yeah.
Alright. Keeler.
I'm gonna get right there. So I'm on the other side of. Well, Rogi, do you want Keyleth beside you, or do you want Keyleth to flank this guy with you?
If Keyleth can get to flanking, that'd be rad.
Is this flanking?
Yes, technically, I think. I think
I
if
think
it,
so.
as long as it cuts through the thing, it counts. Well, I'll look it up real quick just to be sure, but I think that counts.
So. What are you doing, Keeler?
He's gonna attack after we make sure that the flanking is correct.
I believe it is. I believe it's.
Because if not, he's gonna move next to Rogi, so Rogi can have protection from damage.
Right. You're still making an attack either way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just go
it's-
ahead and make. Yeah, just go ahead
Uh,
and roll it.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm not finding the exact rules because, God, it's so hard to find anything.
So would that
Right.
be advantage?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So you do manage to hit for 9 piercing damage. Very good. One of its deformed, ugly-looking heads kind of turns and looks back at you, while the other one is looking terrified, horrified over at Rogi.
Horrified. Oh, because he got big.
No, you tell it's not. That's not it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna make another attack.
And that one hits for
Just for
5.
giggles.
Very good.
Alright, that's all I can do, I think.
Yeah, it's gnarled, disfigured looking head on its side just looks and goes. And the other one looks at Rogue and goes, ah! And it makes an attack against.
Oh, I want to mark him. I want to mark him.
Oh, you want.
Unwavering mark. I'm sorry.
Alright. What do you want to use for a mark? Just give him a little skull and crossbow.
Is there a picture of Mark available?
Yes. So I looked at the rules. The creatures have to be on opposite ends of the creature, technically. I don't know if this counts, but it's very close to counting.
It is very close, so I'll just do it.
Yeah.
Well, technically.
It's hard because he's bigger than Keyleth.
Yeah.
Or she
He
can
takes up
she
4
can roll the
squares.
inspiration for that 12 and see if she can get it higher.
Why
It
not?
doesn't
That-
matter.
It'll count the same damage.
I'm still counting it, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm keeping that
Aight.
inspiration though.
We will know more going forward.
Yep. Alright, so the two-headed monstrosity here will look over at Keyleth, who hurt it. Its gross, gnarled head almost growling at it. He's gonna make an unarmed strike against you. Does a 24 hit?
Probably.
Okay, that's 14 bludgeoning damage as a giant fist just comes and
Ugh.
bashes into you. It's going to look at Rogi and do the exact same thing with its other hand, almost like two halves of its body are being controlled separately.
No.
Does an 18 hit?
18 just
That's a
hits.
disadvantage.
Yeah, that's still. Why is it disadvantage? Oh yeah,
Mark,
because hitting another
unwavering
one.
mark.
You're right. 18 was still the disadvantage one, so. The other one was
18
22.
hits.
All right, 12 bludgeoning damage as he just strikes across your face.
Ow.
I can attack him, I believe.
On your turn, you can make a bonus action attack. So with that, the
Okay.
Duragar are going to go. They're gonna move forward as best they can. So yeah, they can get about there. They're gonna surround them. I'm just gonna say they do some attacks. I will subtract damage. So they're joining into the fight. They're assisting as best they can.
Hell yeah.
You see there are a few like citizens kind of all around the place. They're watching it intently. They're a little concerned, but they feel if things go bad, they'll have to join in as well. It's part of just Duragar society. Alright, top of the round, back to Rogi.
All right. While I'm big, I will make an attack against him.
Big Rogi.
Huh!
Smash.
Ooh, thank the
Now,
gods for that
doesn't your-
25.
On Rapier do dexterity based damage?
Yes.
So I don't think that helps if you're enlarged, right?
While these weapons are enlarged, the target's attacks with them deal 1d4 extra damage.
Okay.
I just have advantage on strength checks and strength
That's
saving
what it
throws
is,
as
yeah.
well.
25 does hit. The 9.
Awesome.
Or-
Yes, and I will use one of my favored foe things
Okay.
to deal that little bit of extra damage.
Alright.
So he is now marked.
He is marked as your favorite foe.
And I'm technically concentrating on that kind of mark. So I'll add that to my thing.
Yeah. Did you roll for extra damage?
Yes, that's what the 4 is.
Oh, okay.
I just added into the weapon now.
Okay. I thought that was for being enlarged.
It's both. It's a combination.
He made a special
Got it,
attack.
got it. Understood. Okay, is that your turn?
Am I allowed to take out a short sword with my offhand and make a bonus action attack?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't think you have all the other things needed to make it a normal attack, right?
No, it's going to be just a normal attack, but I don't get to add my
Yeah.
modifier, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think
So-
is a rapier a light weapon? I think that's a.
I don't think rapier is a light
Ooh,
weapon.
let's look that up.
That
I
is a
believe
good
it is
question.
a finesse weapon.
It's finesse, yeah.
I don't
It's
think
finesse, but
light.
that doesn't necessarily mean it's light.
It is not. Yeah, it's not a light weapon.
Double checking
Okay.
to make sure that is an actual thing that's needed, but I'm pretty sure. I think the two-handed feat mentions that you can use a non-light weapon, so
Okay.
Yeah.
it makes me
Cool.
think that that's part of the rule. Sorry to.
No.
Yeah,
Let
just
me
go on ahead
look
and
it
make
up.
an attack.
Okay. 11.
Oh, 11 does not hit.
All right. Then that is my turn.
Okay, Ghundra.
Okay. He considers yelling at Frankie to heal him of this damn sickness, but at the same time, he doesn't want to reveal that we have that ability among us. So, at least, and also, unleashing a sun sword would probably be a bad idea amongst all of this. So,
Yeah.
instead, we're just gonna do this. You just see him pull out his hands and just like make a gripping thing and just like pull. Make an intelligence save, you dong.
Is this spell?
No,
Does this spell have any vocal components?
so somatic
Not
only.
vocal? All right.
Mind spike him. Give him that lobotomy. No contact lobotomy.
Okay, just needs to make an intelligence save.
His brain is fine. He just feels like he had one.
Well, he rolled a 2.
Wonderful. Take 10 damage, and also I have a whole bunch of ways to track him now, which won't be relevant.
Okay.
Psychic damage. I don't think he has any resistance against this, but just in case.
All right, is that your turn?
I don't got much else I can do. I can move 15 feet, but I'm pretty good.
All right, Thodane.
We all.
We. I'm going to. Let's see, Mage, okay. Let's do. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna summon my Blade of Shadows.
No, my.
And I'm gonna throw it at his face. Except let me check the range on that.
It's got 2060.
Shit! Okay.
Why does it say casting time 1 minute?
No shit,
Cast-
really?
Oh yeah, casting time 1 minute. Why is it
Oh.
1 minute?
That doesn't feel right. Shadow.
No, that's not right.
5e. Double checking, because what if
No
it's
fucking
real?
way.
Casting time is 1 bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it like an
Go
option
ahead and
that
change
you,
that.
that you
Yeah,
scrolled
that's
through,
weird.
or no? That's not how this version works. Okay.
One bonus. That's what I. Okay.
You put the duration in the casting time, basically.
Yeah, I'm dumb.
It's fine. You got you used the bonus action.
Okay,
What?
bonus action. Gotta move. There. And heave ho!
Oh, sure.
Have some blade in the face.
Alright, that hits. For 10 more psychic damage. He's looking rough. It's like, at this point, he's using both his hands to clutch both of the heads. And he's just howling. One's a gargled
Ugh.
mess of a vocal cord. The other is just going, ah! Frankie.
Hearing the howling, I move here, and I just yell, "Shut up!" and cast Thunderwave in his entire cube.
Okay.
That is his whole ass body.
His whole ass body. Needs to make a Constitution save. He rolled a 25.
Lord have mercy.
I mean,
That
he
makes
is a
sense.
stone
Yeah.
giant. He's got a +8. So is that half damage?
Yes, half damage, no push.
So it'd be 4 point. Got it. Okay. Yes, this giant, he just looks tortured as you guys keep battering into him. He's even looking at his other head in just terror and despair as the other one just looks back at himself. Just gargles. Helios.
Pop.
The 17 hits.
Inspiration for that second one.
Using inspiration for the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's the inspiration?
Roll a d6.
The both of those hit. There you go.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Oh wow. Alright. Now the rampaging giant will go. Surrounded by people, he will go after Rogi once more. Does a 19 hit?
no.
Disadvantage.
This is disadvantage at a 16.
16 misses.
Okay. And then he'll go after Keeluth. That's not what I want to do. But unarmed strike does a 20 hit.
Yes.
11 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, Keelu's down.
Alright, so he's no longer marked by you.
It's not happening.
Just a
Can't
giant
lose
fist
the eye candy.
just fucking hits Keeluth and he goes flying a little bit and lands down unconscious.
I'll save him.
The Duragar will go,
Yeah?
doing
Except
their
I can't.
damage. Okay, Rogi.
Rogi must.
Keeluth down.
So these, just to make sure, these Dwergar are attacking this thing,
Yes,
right?
they are.
Okay. I'm making another attack. 18
18 hits.
for 15 damage.
Okay.
Damn, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good indeed.
All right.
He is looking very wounded at this point. One of his good head and his good side of his body is just kind of clutching at his wound, going, "Ah." The other one is flailing its other arm viciously, just growling and muttering like an insane deformed head. Gundra.
We're gonna do another mind spike because honestly, nothing else really can do anything. I am going to use my movement to, get closer.
Okay.
Is Mind Spike a leveled spell or a
Second level.
cantrip? Oh shit, nice.
I'm spending a lot of my resources on this because it's the only way I can be effective. Save,
Hey,
idiot.
He rolled a 10.
20
Oh,
goddamn damage.
yes.
How's he feeling?
Incredibly wounded. You can see the veins in its eyes are just bloodshot red from all this psychic damage. It's almost keeled over. It's clutching at its skull, both of its skulls. They just whine and cry.
You hear just a quick shout of, "Get Keeluth out!"
Okay, Thodane. The tortured look of this giant is like looking at you. The other head is like, it's one eye that's barely functioning. It's just glaring and at every lip around it, almost
It looks real
biting with the
fucked
very.
up.
Oh yeah, one of its heads look just unlike it in general. It's got a sharp needle-like teeth. It's got almost one barely looking like working eye. Its lips are just ruined, almost chewed off to its own, like from itself. The other one just
Alright.
looks like a normal stone giant head, but the pain in his eyes, he's tortured, he's terrified, and every time he looks at this horrible disfigurement on his body, he screams.
I will briefly close my eyes and take a deep breath, and then I will try to throw my blade into his remaining eye.
For the disfigured head.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's a 7.
Well, I
Well,
didn't have a
It
very
does
good
depend
breath.
of the light level.
That's true.
I mean, everything's in a dim light.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
It's dim light, you say?
Yeah.
Okay. If a target that is in dim light or darkness, you make the attack roll with advantage.
There you go. This is things I should know when you use this.
Yeah, I know.
All right, a
Thanks,
17.
Gav.
A 17
Welcome.
does hit. You're going right for that head.
I'm going right for it.
How do you want to decapitate that thing?
Hey.
I mean,
Hell
I'm just
yeah.
trying to throw it right into the eye that you described.
Oh, right to the disfigured eye on the second head. You can just see this cloud of darkness shaped like a knife dive straight into it and almost seep into its very skull. It clutches it uses its dominant arm for this side of its body to grab against the head, and you can almost hear the brain itself explode from in its skull. This disfigured head almost starts to cave in as the rampaging giant just looks woozy. Its good head just unable to keep its eyes open, and he falls over unconscious. And Frankie does that. It is currently unconscious. Its gross, deformed head just kind of deflates as you guys won the combat.
Running over to Keyleth.
Fuck yeah.
No, I've already healed Keyleth, but if you want to give her or him more, then go ahead.
Oh, I
Got
don't have
11.
anything. It's just for moral support.
At this point, your guards look at all of you, give you a nod, and then manacle you again.
Okay, we slaughter them now.
Before that, all of the Frankies high five each other, then disappear.
Right. They go up to you, Frankie. They pull up
Yes.
hands.
I like to imagine they all circle up and jump and like butt bellies together and then disappear.
No, we
Yes.
circle up in like a football huddle,
Yeah.
and then we all clap at the same time, and then all that's left is just me. The other ones just disappear.
That's
Uh,
very good.
They go up to each and every one of you and go, hands.
Ghundra says,
I-
we're clearly cooperating. Can we not just go?
Hands.
He doesn't argue past that.
What are
Alright.
hands?
But he puts the manacles on you.
Rogi kind of presents his abnormally large wrists at the moment and just kind of shrugs.
Shrink
Says-
down.
I can't.
You can.
Lost control of it.
No, you didn't.
Fine.
Deception.
Fine.
They're just too aware of how this works. It's a natural trait.
Yep. He's gonna try anyway.
You
I
can
don't
lie,
know.
but it's.
There's a guy in the blade place that's flickering on and off, so who knows what the hell's going on.
He puts manacles on. He goes to each and every like one of you, Frankie, Thodane, and Keyleth, and they just reattach your manacles onto you. And they put you kind of in a line. But before you start marching away, you see another giant kind of walk past the wreckage of the stone gates and walk forward. He looks sad.
I will
He walks
ask. Oh, go ahead.
forward. So he walks forward and looks at the rampaging giant, and then looks at all of you. Excuse me. I am very sorry for my apprentice, Kagram. I am Dorhun. Was it you who brought him peace?
If that's what you call it.
He was suffering, so yes.
I'm surprised the guards are letting us dally talking to this guy.
They seem to be very much like, I would like to go, but this is kind of a very important person.
What
I am
had
Dorhun.
made
sorry.
him
He is Dorhun, apprentice to Stone Speaker Hagram. The fallen
Hagram.
giant's name is Rihud.
Rihud?
Here.
What occurred to bring Rihud to this state?
He kind of crouches low to almost get to a semblance of eye contact, but also to kind of put his arm on Rihud. He was communing with the stone in Cairn Gorn Cavern. He went mad, sprouting a second head, and he stormed out.
What cavern is this?
Cairn Gorn Cavern.
Ards, do you know of this?
You would know of it because that is in Gracklestug. That Cairngorn Cavern is the outskirt cavern of where the stone giants live.
Never
It is
mind,
the-
I know
it
this
is-
knowledge.
It's their sacred space.
I know so many things that I didn't know I knew.
I've explained these things to you before.
Oh, it's no fault of you.
He looks at it and he goes, I thank you for at least not killing him, even though it was probably unintentional. You seem to have alleviated the madness a bit. Who do I have to thank? He looks at all of you.
We all assisted, but Rogi points to Thodane. He was the one who laid him to rest.
I see. He bows to you, Thodane, slowly but carefully. Thank you all.
Any of us would have.
He kind of reaches forward gently, picking up the stone giant and kind of throwing him over his shoulder. It's quite the sight to see two giants kind of do that.
If you know a priest, if your people have priests, it's in your best interest to get him to one.
Yes, I will be taking him to the stone speaker now.
Just kind of nods.
As thanks, if you would like, you may visit Cairngorn Cavern.
I just lifted the manacles a little bit and just
The guards will take you there. Stone Speaker Hagram would probably like to thank you.
Oh, will they? Rogi turns to the guards and just smiles at them.
He even mentions as he name drops the stone speaker, the stone guards that are escorting you clearly do not hide their displeasure at hearing that this will have to be a thing that they do. But they kind of gently nod, acquiescing, because they can't say no to the stone speaker, or those who gave his word. So with that, Dorhun just takes Rihood and he kind of just stomps back through the debris and into the wider areas of Gracklestug. And with that, the guards kind of start being a little bit more of dicks now and start pushing you along. So let me point out where this right here is Cairngorn Cavern, the one that looks like a penis.
As we go, Rogi will kind of mockingly say, is Dwarvish or Undercommon more common here in Gracklestug?
Probably Dwarvish.
In Dwarvish, he'll say, "You have to take us to Cairngorn. You have to take us to Cairngorn."
They are not happy about any of this. But they take you past the city gate, about here I want to say, and they escort you quite a distance. You go across the Ladger's Furrow. You go through all the city. You just travel and travel until you finally reach the other side of town. Here at Thember Shad's lair, where they unmanacle you again.
Yay!
And with that, you see they guide you through this large structure, clearly meant for a dragon to move around easier. There are many people you can only assume are keepers of the flame, the group that takes care of the Murshad. But eventually, you come through and you see behind this giant gilded door with lots of carvings and I don't know the correct wording for it, but lots of depictions of a dragon breathing fire. There's forges, almost like the story of dragons that have aided the city in its past. But at the gates here, you see the same man you saw at Over Lake Hold, Gartokar Zundorn. He goes, "Come, come. I trust you will all behave yourself while we are in there."
Us?
Okay. And with that, he just makes a nod to someone else, and the door is just open.
Oh.
You all walk in, and you see, as a Durgar priest leads you to a building carved. Hang on a sec. A thunderous voice echoes against every wall. The door opens. "Gardokar!" A voice calls as a reptilian behemoth comes into view. Its scales the color of a lava, its bright yellow eyes glowing in the shadows of the cave before coming into the light. "You didn't say I was having surfacers for dinner today." The dragon chuckles at his own wit. His massive body gives the distinct impression that he is overweight, indicating eating habits that don't bode well.
We're not surfacers, us Drow and Durgar, right?
He was looking specifically at your one surfacer.
He was
Frank
looking
so
at the
big, he
main
was
Well,
looking
he
for
forest.
said
two.
plural, so
Oh, I didn't mean to, my bad.
I'm gonna give him shit about it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yes, give shit to the dragon.
No.
Give shit to the
I
fat.
am
Give shit to
silent.
the Frankies of dragons.
I've already learned the hard way in Gavin's fucking campaign to not be a dick to dragons.
I didn't realize you had to make that a hard lesson. I thought that was an easy lesson
Right?
to
Mhm.
It's embarrassing.
get.
The Durgar priest continues with foreigners, Kalasabra. The Durgar priest says with great reverence, "Meet the Father of Flame, the ever-burning, and the Foundry's heart. Thember's god, the Wormsmith of Gracklestug." You see him now as Thundershot. He looks like he is, yes, a fat dragon, but most importantly, he is. See if I have a picture of him. I might actually.
Keyleth will give a not like completely submissive bow, but a respectful one.
I was about to say, yeah, a showman's bow,
Yeah,
rather
showman's
than
bow.
like
Okay.
hands are raised up high, more
There
befitting
we
of a
go.
jester than a servant.
Yeah.
But-
Portrait of Thundershot.
Oh, he is a fat boy.
Yeah. He is laying atop a mountain of gold. Gold, platinum, silver. He is just laying leisurely across it. He looks very pampered, but he looks at all of you. Yes. You may leave now, Gartokar. I wish to speak with all of them in private. You can see visibly now, Gartokar looks very nervous about this.
He should.
He
This
goes,
is weird.
My lord. And just a slight growl from the dragon is enough to stop him right then. Very well. He starts to walk out. And just before the doors even close, Thundershot speaks up and goes, and any invisible lurkers will be turned to ash. The door is open for a minute longer
Mm.
before it is closed.
Rogi starts laughing as this happens.
Once you guys are now alone, kind of snorts, a little bit of puff of smoke comes out to get your attention. He looks at all of you. So, you are the motley crew of adventurers that came into town recently, fighting off the stone guard. Interesting.
I did not realize that such a basic crew of us would be worthy of attracting your attention.
Yes, you should feel honored. Speak your names.
Keyleth of House Soland.
Ghundra of House Myvert.
Frankie Pastrami of No House.
There's a very
Rodan of House Viceward.
Plan.
brief look at Frankie.
Clan Viceward. I
Rog-
know where I'm from.
Yeah.
Sure. Rogiram of Clan Necksnapper.
Tell me, what do you do? What are your skills, talents, your background? I'm interested.
Ah,
We're very good at getting arrested.
that's
Yes.
unfortunately true. Ugh. I am a previous student of Sorcerer and Menso Baransan. You must know of it.
I've heard some.
Master Illusionist, or at least growing into one very quickly.
I see.
I'm a fighter for House Soland. I specialize in cavalier combat, specifically on lizard mounts.
Interesting. He waits.
I am a survivalist. I have been living out in the Underdark for a few centuries now. And I
Keyleth
can
gives
make
a big side eye at that.
a meal out of anything in the wild.
Good to know. He looks at the other Duragar now, Thodain.
I specialize in bending the arcane to my will
Ah,
in
Other was-
hand-to-hand combat.
fascinating.
Bit different than your average wizard.
And what of this pink-skinned one? The
Frankie,
human.
there's as they all seem to be proud of what they do. Then he looks at the dragon. I just run a tavern on the surface. I use my
That's
words
true.
more than my blades.
I see. At this point, you all really start to notice how big the pile he sits on.
Mhm.
For instance, this is just what's clearly visible. 3,000 platinum, 20,000 gold, 45,000 silver, 150,000 copper, and then a variety of jewels.
Jesus.
This is all without digging into it or looking around. How did you come to be in the Underdark? I know some of you are already here, but the human is interesting.
Yeah, I had a business opportunity down here. Make some extra gold on the side.
I like it. I can work with that. You see, I've become quite aware recently that the Keepers of the Flame withhold things from me, my handlers. But I've just waited and observed. Until now. I would like some agents of my own. Keep me more apprised of what's going on. And you are all lucky enough to become my agents here in Gracklestug. In return, you gain my protection. He starts clicking his claws against the surface of the stone, looking at all of you. It's a good enough deal as any.
I believe you would want to find out that there has been a sighting of Demogorgon on the material plane.
Who?
A demon lord.
I have no interest in whatever that is.
It can
Very
become
well
a
then.
problem in the future, but until someone announces that there is a creature of strange origin rising from the lake bed, you have nothing to fear.
I'm a dragon. I'm good enough to take any Demogorgon thing. I'm not concerned about that.
Just kind of gives
So-
a nod.
So you become my agents. I give you the protection that you'll have while in Gracklestug. I have one first mission for you. It's very simple. The Keepers of the Flame have something they want you to do. Go ahead and do it. But he raises up a claw. You must report to me before them.
Mm.
And how shall we accomplish this task?
You will speak with Gartokar. He will be your liaison. He will be giving you badges and your mission. Just remember, you come to me first. Gartokar, you may take them away now. He
Wait.
practically yells, and the doors just open.
Okay, never mind.
Have fun. I'll keep an eye on you.
Understood. Yeah, let's get
Clearly
our
he-
badges.
Clearly, he has assumed the answer you were going to say was yes, no matter what.
I mean, it's prison. or that.
Oh,
This.
Yeah,
He just assumes you would never say no to him.
Yeah.
yeah.
I give a bow of respect on the way out.
Mhm.
Very good. As soon as
Rogi
the
kind of like
door-
roars a little bit instead of bows,
He just raises an eyebrow.
and then just
The
nods
fuck?
and leaves.
You're so crazy. You're so weird and quirky.
As soon as you exit the lair and the doors kind of close behind you, the guards kind of guide you out, and they lead you to the edge of the Thumbershot's lair where Gartokar is. He looks suspicious, and he watches you all closely, darkly asks, "So what business did the dragon have with you?"
Huh?
He apparently our antics amused him.
Mm-hmm.
Amused at
And-
him enough to allow for your mission to be completed, or he assigned us the mission you were intending to give us, or whatever. He also said while we were doing it, we were under his protection, I believe.
Yes, he did say that. He did indeed say that.
Yes, this is true. I have spoken to him of what I would like done.
He did make a
So-
point to say that he would like to hear any information we may come across directly. So, after we return, we will be revisiting him as soon as you are able to see us to him.
I do not think that is a good idea.
He does, so take it up with him.
How about this? We need you to recover something that was stolen from us by the Grey Ghosts. A thieves' guild here in Gracklestug. What was stolen is incredibly valuable. To us in particular. And we've been waging on the Thieves Guild for this item ever since. But it's still lost. We have not been able to return it. We need an outside group. We've been sensing a great disturbance in the Underdark, and we are very sure the Grey Ghosts are behind it. Now, you have to go confirm the Grey Ghost's involvement, wouldn't be too hard, and bring back our item and and discover whatever powerful magic that Thieves Guild must be using to cause this problem.
I see.
What is the item that they took that was so valuable?
You will know it when you see it.
Well, if they are a thieves guild, I'm sure they have many, many, many pretty
Nothing.
interesting things.
Nothing like this. The only thing I'll ask of you is you bring it to me first, instead of the dragon. You do this for me, I will not only have you get free reign throughout this city, I will allow you to meet with the Deep King. I will allow you to leave here with money.
Would you make sure that the people we traveled here with are also free?
Very well.
What do you expect us to do about the dragon that's watching us?
You leave that to me.
In
Really?
fairness, the dragon can kill us much faster than you can. So how would you protect us from him?
What he doesn't know won't hurt him. And
He
won't hurt
knows.
you. He knows what we tell him.
Insight check.
Yeah, I also want to insight check that.
Okay, go ahead.
This dude's full of shit.
What do you roll with it? Oh, well, 21, 23. You read him. He is nervous about any of whatever this thing is getting out and being told to Thumbershot.
Thumbershot.
But he seems honest enough in that he won't know unless you tell him.
Thumbershot kind of told us this himself in different words. They don't tell him stuff, and he's mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, it is for the good of the city that you inform me first.
I'm also going to insight check that specific sentence. Is he really think it's for the good of the city, or is it
He does.
his own? Okay.
Yeah, like every evil person does. Every lawful evil person does.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I just wanted to see.
For at least for now, you will be given a series of gold badges, and he pulls out like a small container, opens it up, and they're like solid gold carved badges with the like visage of Thembershad on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, these will get you through the Dark Lake District and allow you to travel around the city. At the very least, you shouldn't be accosted too much while traveling around. Just make sure these are on clear display.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, the Grey Ghosts are the ones behind this. And lucky for you, we know how you can find them. At least there is a method to finding them.
Wait, it
There is-
is.
There's a Darrow called Droki. He carries messages and supplies for the Thieves Guild, along with other host of people. Use the West Cleft district to contact his employers. Name right here. Post it up. That's Droki.
Mhm.
I want you to follow this Darrow wherever he may go to locate the Grey Ghosts. He's mostly found in the West Cleft and in the Dark Lake District. He also hands you a holy symbol of Ladugur and offers it to anyone who will take it. Hopefully this will help you.
Who wants to carry a holy symbol?
Not me.
Not me.
Frankie!
Bunch of wussies. I'll take it.
Alright, you take it.
Good man, good man.
We're sorry. We grew up in a city where if we're found with this, we get killed instantly.
For now, just... You may look for this Droki. I'm pretty sure you might find him in the West Cleft, but be very careful there. The Darrow are...
Darrow.
violent. Yes, the Darrow are violent. At times.
So, Darrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other Durgar in the group can also tell you the West Cleft and the East Cleft districts are specifically Darrow slums.
Mm-hmm. Well, it may take some time, but we will not return without what you were expecting.
Very well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start leaving. If people want to talk to him about stuff, that's fine. I don't like him.
Hmm? Nope. Rogi will follow suit.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
You are all left now without any guards escorting you.
On that note,
So
ritual.
should we just leave?
We're going to ritual cast. We're gonna quickly ritual cast detect magic, mostly for the badges, but also if if the word invisible pops up anywhere, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you kind of figured the invisible part.
Yeah, so it's gonna take 10 minutes, but I still can fail this because of my goddamn disease.
Yep.
He starts mumbling something and like starts sputtering, and then he's like, Frankie, find an alleyway. You're going to cure me of this disease with that damn sword.
All right. On another note, does anyone know what the last 10 minutes was all about? Oh, I saw that pile of treasure, and then I just kind of forgot everything after that.
We'll
Oh,
And now I'm holding this holy symbol of some sort.
as we walk to an alleyway, Rogi will explain. So, we went and we saw a dragon. You remember
Yeah,
the dragon?
I
Yes?
remember on the treasure, right?
So what happened is that the dragon told us that we are essentially going to be like his Underdark stalagmite frogs
I don't know what
to
that
the
means.
large steeder that he is.
We're
Essentially-
spying for him.
Yes, that.
I'm good at that.
He distrusts his liaisons. His liaisons don't want to tell him things, so it's justified. And now we're split between honoring his word or honoring his guard word. And honestly, both ways we seem to come out on top. Granted,
Indeed.
And the mission we've been sent on.
One of them's a fucking dragon, the other one's not. So I think I know who I'm gonna trust.
We also know
Agreed.
one
Oh, I don't think we should trust either of them.
No, absolutely
Well,
not.
follow. The side we pick.
But the one that can kill us easier, yes, is probably the one we should obey more. However, the other one did promise us things.
The dragon promises just as much.
This is a thought that I had as well. I would much rather have the protection of something like that, be just like a stalagmite frog, than to be subject to the laws of this city anymore.
We're in a wonderful position. Honestly.
All right, Ghundra, come here. And I'll
Okay.
pull out
Very lucky.
the Dawnbringer.
He closes his
All
eyes
right,
and shut
all
tight
right,
as
little
much as he
sword.
can.
Oh, do I have to?
For me, yes.
Oh, but I don't like this guy.
Well, then do it for me then.
Oh, fine. Don't keep me in the dark anymore. I really
Uh,
hate it.
I'm sorry they took you away from me while we were
Yeah.
fighting.
If you could let her know, I do appreciate this.
You can hear her.
I can? Okay.
Yeah.
I do appreciate this. My lungs feel like they're on fire and everything's constricting.
You
No.
better.
You are doing so much good here, and I want you to understand that.
Okay.
There should be a light bit of he is saying what he thinks she wants to hear
Yeah.
there. And I think it's
She's been a couple centuries without
Mhm.
any context, so she'll just believe like fine, okay, and then you used your lesser restoration of the day to
Yes.
cure Ghundra. There we go. You are no longer diseased, Ghundra.
2 exhaustion still, but those will go away eventually.
Right. You are also immune to Grackle Lung for the next week.
Yeah!
Hell yeah.
Keyluth, make your save next time.
Yeah, go ahead. Just make your save already. God.
Simply do it. I am a 10 constitution boy. I need these.
I only have one exhaustion.
Yeah, he like kind of steps back and then he blinks a little. How do I have spots in my eyes? They were sealed closed. Oh
So you
god.
kept them closed too tightly.
Ugh.
Okay. So you now have free reign kind of throughout the entirety of the city. There may be times when you are accosted by guards, probably at the gates and whatnot.
Mhm.
You could flash your insignia, but sometimes it might require a little bit more than that.
Frankie, be prepared to bully them.
Yeah, no problem.
I would like to get this mission done as fast as possible so we can leave the city as fast as possible. I believe I've prepared us all enough with at least the minimum of basic supplies that will keep us alive in the Underdark.
Oh, we will be fine. We have more than anything we could need.
We may have to track
Felix
down
nods.
Buppido if we want better information than that man gave us. Oh, detect magic as a ritual. We're checking if these badges will explode if we leave the city.
You're doing it again.
Yeah, doing it as a ritual, so it's taking a little while. Wah.
Rogi is going
Okay.
to, as you do this, just space out for a second
Mhm.
as Gavin puts the rats away.
Understandable.
The items are not magical in any capacity. Although there is the idea that there does seem to be probably a couple invisible. How long is the radius?
About 30 feet, I think. Let's double check.
All right. So you wouldn't detect anyone invisible. You should probably just assume there is somebody.
Yeah. They probably saw me starting to cast the spell, and they were just like, "Oop, take 4 steps back real quick."
Basically.
Yeah, 30-foot radius. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna keep it up. See if any of those assholes slip.
Okay. But yeah. Now you can just travel through different districts in Gracklestug. You've been told the Dark Lake District is one good place to find Taroki. The West Cleft is another.
We've been given a physical description of what this guy looks like.
Actually, I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
I'll say, yeah, they'll give you physical description. It is actually the Darrow you saw, Keyleth, running around the Dark Lake.
Oh, that funny hat wearing.
Yeah, the
looking
funny
goof.
hat-wearing little guy running around. Very
Keyleth
nervous.
will just
very
immediately start walking. Once we're all good, just start walking to where he last saw him.
frantic. Okay. In the meantime, you can also go to the Stone Giants, or you can just chill out for a little bit to collect more supplies, or write down all your spells in your spell book. Wizard.
Take a hot minute, but yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Let's go back. Can we just go right back to where we got arrested with badges on as a power move, for
Yeah,
one, and then just
absolutely.
take a long rest.
Yeah,
so
as
everything
you
is recharged.
as you come by, like you go through the exact same gate you guys left out of. The guards stop you for like about a second, and then they look down, and they kind of glare at you as they see the gold badges you have of Thimbershot's face. So what's this now?
He's just gonna like smugly just like make eye contact with all of them and then turn his nose up at them as he walks past.
Hold on, Drow.
Yes.
That seems mighty suspicious walking through here with that now.
We've been conscripted.
We've been conscripted, exactly.
Yeah, that's a likely story.
It is. Feel free to check.
Make a persuasion check. Or an intimidation, I'll take either.
Yeah,
Is the squad
I'm
up with
helping.
me?
I've definitely been helping.
Alright, I'll call it as helping, yeah, sure. Advantage.
Persuasion. Oh my gosh.
We're
10.
gonna go check in on this. Gonna have to give us a moment. And they send a guy out. And then you wait there for a couple hours.
Okay, during that time, I'm gonna start writing down some spells.
I am also.
About 2 hours go by, so write down whatever spells you would like in your spell books.
2 hours? Fine. Okay, we can get 20 gold worth and 2 levels of spell.
Oh god, this is so weird.
Is there some like leader? Who is the person that sent someone out?
The guy who's speaking to you. He might not be a leader, but this might just be I got this, you go.
So Keyleth is just gonna like have his arms folded in sort of like a just passive like crossed motion,
Right.
and he's just gonna be standing directly in front of this man, towering over his tiny dwarf form.
I mean, towering. Let's not get crazy.
He is at least half a head taller, and that means he's towering.
I'm 4 inches taller than you.
You manlet.
Hey, quick question. I don't know if you've written it down. How tall is Keyleth?
Oh yes, good to know. Good to know.
5'4".
Me too. We're both 5'4".
Nice. How tall is Thodane, Rio?
Udane is
It's usually 4 foot something.
yeah.
Maybe just under 4 if he's shorter than normal.
I like 4'2".
Here, got it.
Oh, he's short.
Alright.
Rogi is 4'11" and weighs 180 pounds.
Frankie's 6'2", 300.
Frankie's a giant down
Damn.
here. Everybody's tiny.
Boy's got that
As far as
winter
Frankie's even
punch.
6'2", he's like half elf.
Yeah,
He's a big
He's got-
half elf.
he's got a human
Yeah.
inside him. They grow big.
The other half is the dominant traits.
Anyway, mark down what spells you two would like to add to your,
Yeah.
your spell books.
It's
Are
kind of.
So you
we?
have
Is
that in
this
mind.
counting as a short rest?
No, it's well, it can.
Yeah, it's a short rest. It's 2 hours.
Yeah, it's 2 hours. So yeah.
Wow. Fuck that. Thanks, fuckers. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do magic
Okay,
missile
let
and
me use all
shield.
of them. There you go.
Magic missile and shield are the bread and butter.
It's true.
Uh,
Rhea, do you know what spells you're adding to your spell book?
Oh,
Do you guys have the money to put down?
I do.
I have a 75 gold. but
Yeah,
Okay,
you
so
have
you can do,
75. You have 7.5 levels worth of spells you can write down, given enough time.
Yeah.
And I
10
can write
10
down
gold a
your
level.
spells.
Right now, it'd be better if you just write down your own.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's 2 hours, so it's like 2 levels worth of spells you can write down.
But I can
And
learn
20 gold
mark
total.
spells, right?
You
You
can,
could.
but right now,
Right. You
I've
just don't have
also-
the time
anything
right
in your
now.
own
Yeah.
Oh, I
spell
don't have.
book.
Yeah.
I don't know how Daniel wants to rule this too. Like we could probably help each other, but I imagine we would have to actively help each other to
Yeah.
We can
reduce
do
the
that
time.
shit later. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Are
very
our
much like
NPCs still in jail?
they've been sequestered in Goldbrone's lair, separated from you guys on purpose.
Okay.
Wait,
So
Goldbroom's lair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The tavern,
when you say writing down
or the inn.
levels of spells, are you referring to the spells that we already know? and,
Yeah.
like just transcribing.
For
those?
the spells you already know, you can transcribe them into your book for 1 hour and 10 gold per level.
Okay.
So for a second level spell, it takes 2 hours and 20 gold for everything. For first level,
Yeah.
it's just that. It gets increasingly more expensive, but we should be at higher levels and actually getting money.
First levels take 1 hour,
Yeah.
1 hour and 10 gold.
10 gold.
So you have 2 hours to kill, so you basically can decide 2 spells you can write down in your spell book. For 2 first level spells.
Okay. I'm gonna make a little spell book area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is also like, you guys haven't been able to change out your spells until now. Once you have all your spells kind of written down,
Mm-hmm.
you can then switch out what spells you have prepared.
Yeah. We could also probably start using. We can now use Arcane Recovery. There is nothing in the list that says we can't now. Even with a blank
Mhm.
book, we technically could, but now it's like, yeah, absolutely for sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
So about 2 hours go by or so, and eventually a guard comes by and goes, "They're clear," and they open the gates for you. A good waste of your time, but
mm-hmm.
Oh,
everything seems to
Keluth
be in
is
order.
just smug the entire time, and the second the words "they're clear" come out of that door's mouth, he just grins.
He's actively ignoring you.
Looking forward to being on the same side as you. Yeah, let's get back to the inn. Fuck these guys.
All right. You guys get back to the inn, and they seem fine. There's a couple guards at the doors, but they leave as soon as you kind of appear.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of your compatriots are just kind of sitting in the main hall.
Have any
So
of
the
you
meeting,
seen?
drinking.
Have any of you seen Buppido since we've been here? I know.
Durendale speaks and goes, "No,
Makes sense.
Buppido gone."
This is maybe a false
Is
lead.
Durendal doing okay?
His words seem to get worse. Like his vocabulary is plummeting.
Hey, Frankie, you got any of those restoration spells left?
I used them all.
For healing?
For restoration.
Not until dawn.
Top of the long rest. Let's try and use it on this guy over here.
Oops.
All right.
Woodbury, go!
Good, very good.
Rogi will ask, have all of you eaten?
Yes.
Specifically looking at Stool and the... wait, sorry. Are we with everyone?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, specifically looking at Stool and the Topsy and Turvy.
They all kind of just nod in separate ways.
Okay,
Like, yeah,
good,
they've
good,
just been eating.
good. They're all taken care of.
I know none of you are dwarves, but this might be a good place to split off from us if you don't want to be chased by an elven party.
Mm. There kind of speaks up and goes, "You've only gotten this far. What have you guys been dealing with out in the greater Gracklestug?"
Mostly
Well, we
being
got arrested and then got into contact with the dragon, and now have his protection. But honestly, after completing this task the dragon is assigned to us, I'm gonna leave the city as soon as possible.
it's
Might
best
not
not
be a
to.
bad idea.
It's best not
Indeed.
to keep debts.
Do we have a map of the local area at all?
Maps are.
No, but I'm sure we can get one.
It's
We
fine
are
if
under
don't.
protection
I
now.
can- It's fine if we don't. I can probably figure something out. I'll start planning out where we'll go next.
You have any place in mind? Kilo just takes out a. I don't know. I'm sure he. Ghundra, you have any of that paper we made that is now useless?
It's
We,
still good. I just. Yes, I have some, and I'm gonna hand him a sheet.
We,
Give it to Seraph.
I still think, should get to safety. We need to get to Netherlight Grove.
Unfortunately, I'm thinking the same thing. The Drow aren't gonna go over there. Durgar don't even care. So if we get into more trouble with that,
Why aren't the Drow going to go over there? Why wouldn't they follow us as they have been?
most of them don't know how to get there. But the some of the other fungus creatures there might ward them off.
Yes.
They
I've
might
never
ward.
known any fungus creatures to ward off a drow warrior.
Well,
What's over there?
scouts and the whatnot.
And what stops them from warding us off?
I think
They
we
will
can
not
take
ward
them.
us off.
I think we can take them for one. For second, we do have Stool and whatever Rogi is to them.
Daniel, just as a reminder, we did basically get confirmation that the High Priestess is from the from the goddamn prison is chasing us personally, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she made eye contact and shouted at us as she was the first one down on the elevator when we were escaping.
Yeah, and she was at the gates being like, "Hey, you have my prisoners," and they were just like, "No, we
No,
don't."
that was
There was a
first.
scout at the gates.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
She's not at the gates.
Yeah.
If she was at the gates, it'd be a different story.
it would be incident, probably.
Mm. Yeah, no, we need to get out of this town as soon as possible.
Yes.
Well, at the very least, from here to Neverlight, it's roughly a 12-day journey.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah,
we
they're
have
off.
most of what we need. Is it best to go by boat or is it best to walk from
We
here?
can walk. We can walk there entirely.
It's
Yeah, they
We're-
become a little too far inland for the Dark Lake, fortunately.
we're so fortunate you have such a deep understanding of where this place is.
Do you have a problem?
Yes, I do. It's that you think that you're in
Clearly.
charge. You are some pitiful
By all
guard.
means. You can go to Neverlight without me.
I have no intention of going to Neverlight. It is a strange little mushroom grove that has nothing to offer me.
Except a haven.
Neverlight Grove has everything to offer you, Ghundra. I think you especially would really, really benefit from the way in which your mind can be expanded.
I don't know what he's talking about, but at the very least, it's a safe haven.
No, he's at least being honest with me. I know that's not our kind's way, but it is sure refreshing. Why do you want to go to this place so bad? Why do you think it's perfect and the only place will be safe?
What makes you think I want to get there so badly?
Because it's the only consistent thing out of your mouth since we've left that
I've
prison.
also kept suggesting Gracklestug. Because the Durg are no friends to the Drow.
He rolls his eyes. We will let you know our decision. Keela,
By
do you
all
wanna-
means.
Keyleth, you wanted to rest?
Yes, I am fairly banged up from the giant earlier today.
I also want to point out that I've never felt safer down here than I am now. Because we're in this city.
I can't breathe in this infernal air.
Place
Sounds
sucks.
that sounds like a you problem.
It's
It
about
is
to
a
be
me
you
problem.
It's also about to be Frankie's problem too.
Eventually, that'll hit Frankie. But, yeah.
No, I am with Keyleth. The sooner we leave, the better.
These people don't like us, Frankie, and even if they are bound by their law or whatever they
No,
claim to
they
be
don't
bound
like
by.
you because you guys are drow.
They will
Don't you
find
have
a
a
way.
wife to return to?
Yeah, I'll get to her when I'm safe to do so. Alive.
The longer we stay in the city, the more time they have to figure out how to turn the laws against us. And I don't want to be here when they figure out how to do that.
Protection from a dragon is all well and good, but
Who knows how long it will last?
He's not a proactive dragon at the very least. Who knows how much authority he actually has within the city.
I don't expect. Ghundra says this at a whisper because, again, we are probably being listened to. If he wants to come to our defense, I don't think he can do it if it's beyond his door.
Right, hold on a sec. Is this before a long rest, Dan?
It's
Before.
yeah, before.
Can I cast See Invisibility?
Ooh,
Okay, yeah, sure.
fuck yeah. By the way, Dan, I didn't get a chance to say it, but could I insight check Sereth while him and Ghundra were talking?
Sure, go ahead.
I still want to see if he's hiding something about his interest in Neverlight.
Okay.
Rogi's trying real hard to read him, but he fucking goddamn it!
Here, let me just roll. I might roll bad.
I have never rolled well when insight checking Sereth. It has never been above a 10.
Hard guy to read.
Drow
Drow are
wear
masters of deception.
We wear so many masks, it's impossible. Gundra's the only one that's been
Rogi
bad
is
at lying so far.
specifically good at this.
Alright,
So
so you cast...
are we at the inn right now?
Yeah.
So since it lasts an hour, I'm gonna use it in the inn just to see if anyone's in here
Okay.
besides us.
There's only just about one Duragar who was seemingly invisible. He's kind of off to the corner, kind of a ways away from you, but he's keeping an eye on you. He's not actively, like, staring you down. He's just kind of paying attention.
If we start a fire, he'll stop us.
Weird question. Is he a guard or is he just like
A guy.
a patron?
He looks like a guard.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I bet in Gracklestug there are just drow that Dwergar that prefer to be invisible and just go to bars and sit in a corner invisible with a drink.
Is he a guard that was assigned to watch us, or is he just a guard who happens to be at the inn?
That's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really discern that in particular.
They wear the same armor at the very least.
Yeah.
All right, so I will look around to everyone, make eye contact, and then kind of like bring us in closer and tighter. And I'll whisper, "There is one in the corner watching us.
Just one?
A guard."
Good to know. Then
So
Keely's
then-
gonna say more loudly, well, I'm turning in for the next rest. I don't know what measurement of time they use here. Without Narbondel, it's been hard.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Does anybody else need some healing before we turn in for the
I
night?
mean, long rest is full health, baby.
Mm-hmm. I can check your wounds before we enter reverie. Yeah.
So, you guys all just want to have a long rest?
Yeah,
Yes.
Ghundra probably talks to Keyleth longer than he wants him to. Mostly just about Sereth trying to take control.
Talks to, as in complains to Keelyth's back, as Keelyth actually just sleeps quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Or reveries quietly.
No-
Alright.
nothing
a
of
long rest
substance.
goes by. Yeah.
Oh wow, Dan! Thanks for this level up.
This works. This is working. You are agreeing with us.
Can I roll persuasion to level up?
No.
Yes.
I will
No.
help.
Can I roll a skill I'm good
You're
at?
gonna get bullied by an in-game character, Dan.
Yeah. Good luck with that one.
Get him, Dane.
Yeah. Get me, and then write up a second character.
It'll be Frankie's son, Tony.
Don't try me. I gave you a look with my
Tommy.
hand.
Who's my
Dane
dad?
agrees with Dane.
Who the fuck is Dane?
It's the abbreviation of Thodane.
I see.
Yeah, I agree with
Anytime you hear
myself.
that.
I would hope. you
Anyways,
would.
you guys take a long rest, so heal up, all that stuff. Get your
Is
spells back.
writing more spells while I have more hours of not sleeping enough
Yeah.
not working?
I'll say that's fine.
Okay, we're gonna spend my last coin to get 3 more
About 4
spells.
hours worth.
Yeah.
And I, even though I'm not an elf,
I'll say you can get a couple in there, like 2 or so.
Yeah,
For
you only,
Yay.
resting.
you only really need to do a little bit. Man, I wish I had a second. Alright. Burning Hands, Silent Image, Detect Magic. Okay, just need 30 more gold and I have every spell I know.
There we go.
You know, Q's probably in the same room as you.
I'm not gonna go out and buy more inks just right now. It's fine.
we need coin.
You need coin, eh?
Let's befriend the dragon.
Let's give the dragon a big kiss.
Yeah, seduce the dragon.
I'm not playing the right character for that.
Frankie,
Frankie?
seduce the dragon.
Wait, what?
Frankie, quickly discuss with your wife if she would like a third, and also if it's a giant dragon, and
Just do what Donkey did in Shrek.
Yeah. There you go.
That's exactly what we need you to do right now.
No.
Get on. For the good of the group, seduce that dragon.
No.
give him a big kiss on the
It was
lips.
the conviction in his voice that got me.
Yeah. Probably hanging out too long in like the in sort of like center area, whatever that is, because not sleeping for 4 hours of that rest.
Right.
Seraph walks out. I'm gonna give him a stink eye, but not say anything.
He's like actively just ignoring you.
Mm-hmm. That's what most people do.
So at this point, it's a new day? Question mark. You kind of get to the idea that this city is like the city that never sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
There's just people at different times doing different things consistently.
Yeah, they probably have.
Most Underdark cities.
Yeah, they probably have terms for what kind of shift they have.
Or maybe they're just like, if I'm open, I'm open.
Yeah, that's also good.
I'm not.
I
Very
mean, they're a legalist city, so I feel like it'd be more strict.
Maybe. Well, I
How's
have
the
nothing. I have nothing to have. I have no information about any of that.
How's the Gracklstug gig economy going?
I'm not getting into any of this. So what do you guys do?
We're looking for a ghost. Maybe Buppido if we're lucky.
Looking for a ghost?
I don't know.
Ooh,
Strange man
bad
who
we
wanders
don't
through the
have-
streets.
locate creature. Actually, that probably wouldn't help us.
He was
find
gonna
it,
go
yeah.
to the district that
Yep.
The
what's his
Blade
face
head
was
to the-
last seen in.
Right.
It's close by one.
Oh, wait. Wait, what?
Keela apparently saw the guy before.
Dorky, yeah.
Droki, yeah.
Dorky.
Dorky.
You saw Dorky?
I don't know.
Wait.
Dorky.
Wait, how'd you figure out you saw Dorky? I must have been away.
The physical description that was given of the Darrow matches the physical description of a random Darrow that I had seen previously, who was
Funny
taking
hat.
things out of people's pockets and putting them in other people's pockets, and then like doing trades as he walked around. So I'm thinking that's the Thieves Guild guy.
Cool. As we look for these things, I am pretty good at being quiet and unseen. And if someone tries to run from us, I can hopefully keep them from getting too far.
If it doesn't kill him, I do have a spell that can just let me know his location at all times for about, I think it's an hour? Granted, he might
So-
just run home.
If you would like us to approach the area from multiple ways in, this is something we can do. I don't know how helpful it would be, but
We'll have to find him first. Let's go to the area.
Okay.
Indeed.
You go to the Blade Bazaar. Do you guys want to try to like quiet yourselves or stealth, or I can allow you to roll like a group stealth check or like a group insight check to kind of navigate the crowds, kind of get them less noticeable.
I think our plan is the people who are pretty proficient at stealth are actually kind of hunting. The rest of us are just around.
Alternatively, you could also ask around
Yeah,
player if they've ever heard of this guy.
that's true.
Who's on the active stealth? Keyleth and Rogi? Anyone else joining him?
Where's my stealth at? I know I don't have it as a skill, but I got good.
You
dex.
say we can roll insight to try
Hey.
and blend in with the crowd?
Yeah, insight is another one I will allow. Is there any NPCs you want to take with you?
Let's take Sereth.
And stool.
Okay. Sarah's in school?
No.
That's not a bad choice.
If we're taking
No.
stool, you're not holding on to him. That's just the rule.
No.
yeah, no, we're leaving Stool. But before we go, Rogi will ask Stool for some spores.
He just kind of shakes. Sareth got a 22 on stealth.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm going to be hanging back and letting other people come to me if they have information.
Okay.
Basically, if they start chasing after a dude, I probably won't be able to catch up, is my
Right.
thought. Also,
Yeah, remove a level of exhaustion. But I'm gonna need Keyleth and Frankie to make Constitution checks. Or saving throws, I'm sorry.
Checks or okay.
Saving throws.
Yay!
That's a nat 1. A 16, Frankie is still fine. Keyleth, you are exhaustion level 2 now. And keep in mind to take the dash action, you will have to
Speed hat.
make another Constitution save.
Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah, that is part of the problem. It's like if you fail, you just can't take the dash action.
Oof. Does that mean your action's wasted, or you
Wheezing.
can use your action for something else?
I think you can use it for something else. It just says it cannot be used, or the action just can't be taken. Unlike
Okay.
the spells, it's different where it says it actually fails.
Okay.
is Keyleth good at hiding that he's deeply sick?
Absolutely, he was trained in melee Magthea.
No difference in strategy then.
Nope. Yeah. Okay. So you all kind of, for the most part, stealth around the, except for like Ghundra probably sticking behind, and Frankie if you want to stick with Ghundra.
He's doing the insight sort of thing, right?
Yeah. Not well, but he is.
Yeah.
Have we arrived at this place?
Yeah, it's just the Blade Bazaar. It's not far from you at all.
It was near the docks, I think, or between the Blade Bazaar proper and the docks.
Yeah,
Uh,
you should see it on the map.
Nope.
the
No?
exact place where Droki was, I was saying.
Oh, the exact place. You found him just wandering around the Blade Bazaar.
Okay, yeah.
That's about all you did.
To kind of help out, I'm going to probably earnestly looking for deals. We can ignore that entirely, but just that's
Right.
what my character is doing.
Just
You want to
looking for
ask
deals.
Keith for money?
Yes.
How much?
I don't know. It's 20. What do things cost?
Keith just sighs and hands him 100 gold.
Oh, okay. This is. I will take it.
I know your wizards are stupid expensive. I've seen some of the tuition costs of Sorcerer.
They still
As
make
you
us
all-
buy most of our own supplies.
Just for the hell of it, go ahead and make perception checks, those who are just actively hunting for Droki.
Alrighty then. God damn it.
Hey, that's our second
Same
one
thing
in a
again.
row.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fodane.
Yee.
Alright. Just make my own roll. Alright. At a certain point, Thodane, you do see this little Darrow running around. He's got this wide-brimmed hat with 2 displacer beast tentacles on it, just like the description says. And a large satchel bag that hangs from his shoulder. He's sitting there muttering himself over and over again. He seems to be
just
going to a stall, and he's just sitting there waiting
Wordlessly
for...
point him out.
Is there art for this guy?
Let me look. I keep forgetting that there is art for this whole section. Like, this one.
Woo.
Some good
Man.
one.
That'd be a fucking crazy place to be.
Here is the City of Blades itself.
Ooh.
Gavin
I
wants
love-
to live there.
I love and hate the aesthetics of Dwergar spaces. They're so...
Boxy.
Here you
yeah.
go. Here's a picture of Droki.
They're cool, but they're also terrible. Oh my god, I love him. I found my next character, guys.
Oh my gosh.
You're already
He
a
already
dude.
exists. He already exists. Leave him be.
Oh my god. That's fantastic.
Like a whole thing here. It's not. Isn't it right here at this point?
Wow.
Looking for something. It's frustrating me off.
What was this other picture? The one with the bridges and the tower? Looking thing?
Oh, that was just for the beginning of the chapter of Gracklestug.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I forgot to show that one off. Okay. So, you point out Droki. Is there anything in particular that you do?
No, I'm just kind of wordlessly pointing him out to the rest of the group in case they don't see.
Got it.
I will
Okay.
kind of look to Keylooth. Well, actually... Does Rogi know anything about, specifically, about the, gray ghosts? Like, would he have had any kind of run-ins with them growing up here with his background, or anything like that?
Probably not.
Okay.
At the same time, like they are known as like the thieves guild of the area.
Okay.
Like they deal in a whole kind of other illegal things. So who's to say?
Then Rogi is just content to follow him, and we'll kind of look at Keyleth and say, should we try to talk to him, or should we just follow him until he leads us to where we need to go?
To Darrow, I'd rather not talk to them.
And we will follow. I think this is a good plan.
Okay.
I will... Nah, that'd be a bitch to continually do again and again.
Yeah, the dirty Darrow is easy to recognize, like a pale face under a floppy hat fitted with two tentacle-like things that bob up and down in time with his brisk pace. He keeps muttering a repetitive series of phrases to himself at different volumes, failing to notice you. Shoki is late. You'll be so angry. Stupid, stupid, stupid! Slave. Blocks, procrastination, destruction. No time, no rhyme, not mine, no time. Keep going. You all just keep watching and following, stalking along. Well, he does not seem to notice you. Yeah, he's got a bad passive perception.
He's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
He has a lot going on.
he has a lot going on. Indeed, he does.
He's in a dark place right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. He's having a rough time. He just keeps walking through. He goes up to a stall. He looks around. Keeps moving. Just gonna keep following him some more throughout the Blade Bazaar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. After a little bit of time, maybe like an hour or so, he starts to leave the Blade Bazaar, and he leaves through one of the gates. You all follow along.
Mm-hmm.
You leave Ghundra behind. And Frankie.
You can always find the place and then return to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stay back.
I'd rather not lose this lead right now.
Okay. You keep
Ghundra and
following.
Frankie can look after each other.
You follow him, and eventually he kind of goes down one of these pathways and down into Ladgur's Furrow before heading
Okay.
straight over to the West Cleft District. Do you follow him inside the West Cleft District?
Yeah. You gotta.
Okay. As you pass through the gates, the stench in the air.
Before we get in there, would it be possible for me to cast Mage Hand and kind of have it somewhere more hidden, since my Mage Hand appears to look like the spores that have been kind of slowly accumulating around me?
Okay, what are you planning on doing with it?
I want to have it ready in case we lose sight of him or in case we pass something, just so that I can, like, interact with objects from afar more easily.
I don't think it moves very quickly.
Ah, that's fair. That's fair. That's
I
fair.
think like if you cast
So
it,
it can't
it's
like
gonna-
rest on my shoulder as we walk or
I
anything.
don't think it. I don't think it does anything like that. Yeah.
Fair enough. I revoke
Yeah.
that. I try to do it, and then we lose. We
Oh.
lose the hand.
You lose your own hand.
Right. As you pass through the gates, the stench in the air changes from acrid and metallic to like fetid and repugnant. The fires of industry replaced by squalor. The homes in this part of Gracklestug are crudely carved from rock or just holes in the walls, arranged in no apparent order. The chatter in the air is unnerving, with hundreds of Darrow muttering, screaming at each other, and otherwise reveling in their insanity. Those who spot you look at you with a burning hatred.
Of course they do. Keluth remains unchanged by this.
I'm gonna allow you guys to make another group stealth check to kind of get through this area, hopefully without ever being seen.
Okay, it's a good average.
It's good. I'll roll for Sereth as well.
Keluth's lagging behind because of
There
that
it-
grackle lung.
Sereth had got 21. K10 was perfectly fine. They're all seemingly too just preoccupied with their own mad scheming to even notice you. You kind of just duck, move along, staying just generally out of people's line of sight. As you follow just Hiroki, for several hours, you kind of just walk through the West Cleft. He's very erratic in the way he moves around. Eventually, he kind of stops, looks over his shoulder. You'll kind of duck behind a box, maybe a few alcoves. And then Droki looked, and there's what looks to be what would normally be hidden in a bunch of curtains and rugs and whatnot. If it wasn't for a large amount of like this purple, eerie fog that's oozing out of the what you can only assume now is a tunnel behind this curtain. All this phase res is just oozing out of it, completely ruining the disguise this place might have had. And with that, Droki goes into these tunnels.
Let's stop here and turn back.
Okay.
You do not think we should follow him?
No. You do not follow a spider into its lair with people from your party missing.
This is true. Well, let us get
Okay.
everyone then.
Alright then. At this point you all go back and stealthing your way through. No one seems to notice you. You can make it all the way back. Takes a couple hours, of course. But eventually you make it all the way back to, Ghundra and Frankie.
Frankie, is your wife a jewelry-wearing type of woman? Or does she just let her body be the natural, beautiful thing that she admits? I saw some pieces. Both? That's the correct answer, my friend. I saw some pieces that, well, wouldn't really fit me, but positive thinking, all of that. You will see her soon. Might be able to give her a little gift. Have you seen any of our party members? I've lost them minutes ago, or possibly longer than that. I've been very preoccupied.
Yeah, I think they found the guy and they were following him. They should be back soon.
Okay. And then, you guys want to show up at all?
I
Okay,
don't know. I
eventually
don't have
they,
control over when I show
yeah,
up. Oh,
eventually
wow.
you guys will just show up, yeah. So, you guys meet up. You guys are probably outside Goldbrone's lair, I assume, or somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like a predetermined area.
Somewhere in the middle of the bazaar.
Right.
As soon as they tell us to go, we go.
Alright. You all make your way through to all the way to the back to the West Cleft district. When you reach there, I would need you to make another group stealth check.
Wonderful. Love to roll things at disadvantage.
If you have another means of hiding yourselves, that's probably not bad.
17's good enough.
You are an illusionist, after all.
I don't have invisibility yet. Soon, but
Okay. It's all very good. Keeluth, Keeluth, Rogi.
What am I rolling?
stealth.
Stealth.
Okay.
To get through the West Cleft district again.
All right, worst of
Very
10,
good.
medium of 15 or something.
Yeah, you guys are all very good. You managed to weave your way back through the West Cleft district, finding that same, tunnel or fissure that's just oozing out this phase res. You all head inside.
So what's our plan? We confronting, or are we just going to try to sneak through the back ways until we can find whatever it is we're supposed to find?
I imagine we should sneak as long as we can.
And what's the evidence we're supposed to be finding that they're the cause of whatever problems we're not being really told about?
I would assume the problem is madness.
Mhm.
Hmm. Well, you see that amount of Feyres, it'd cause anyone to go insane. Honestly, I think this is a fool's errand, though, considering the madness is most likely due to the demon lords.
That's not our
Let,
problem at the
let us
moment.
enter anyways.
Oh,
Some scribblings from them should probably suffice enough.
quick question. I've just been assuming it, but honestly, I'm in favor of letting the dragon know what's going on. So we'll need to think about how to get past his lackey and actually tell him. Anybody disagree?
I'm in favor of doing what's most convenient in the moment.
Fair enough.
I have no intention of crossing such a creature.
Okay.
We'll have to think of a way to get things past the doorkeeper.
With that, do you guys head on inside?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Okay. The first strange. You'll have to forgive me. It is also a huge, unnecessarily huge map.
Good. You deserve this.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh my god.
So you guys are here where I'm pinging.
Why was
Wow.
the first
Here.
map this?
Oh
I have
my god.
No fucking idea. 'Cause
This
it
looks
does
like
not
one of
make-
Gavin's caves.
This is this is ridiculous.
And this
It
is
is-
It looks
filled
like
with
the grids
haze.
messed up.
Why do I have a... Wow, I'm zoomed in all the way, and I'm still
Yeah.
so small.
Yeah.
Why do I have a thing over my head?
A name?
Thing over your head. Oh, that's your health bar.
Hey, Daniel, for Daniel, quick question. Is there
Yeah.
any size reference things here? Because I think these squares are 5x5. These big squares are 5x5.
Yeah, I think this grid is wrong.
One square is 25 feet. That might have just been how it threw you guys on there.
One
So
square is 25 feet?
Yeah.
That's correct apparently.
What the fuck?
Why
I
is-
don't know. I don't know. It always throws me off. Some of these maps are absolutely ridiculous in this campaign. It's either they don't give me any maps, or they give me something like this. This is how it is in the book. I just don't know why it is. Either way, I'm gonna turn off your nameplates for my own sake.
You do that, we'll never be found again.
I'll know where you are. It's just your nameplates are normal sized,
We'll
so
be
they
gone
overshadow
forever.
everything.
This is a hell dungeon.
Anyways, you now enter
Yeah.
these tunnels.
Just a very
Uh,
brief also it's 11:40. We should consider that. But just a very
Yeah,
brief.
yeah.
I thought you said he slipped into a crack in the wall. Not a goddamn ton.
The glow's
Perspective
face.
down here is really, really difficult to figure out.
I like to imagine he did, but then it just widened.
Yeah. It was a crack in the wall, and then it became something bigger. The glow of the phase res cast an eerie soft light across this cavern, swirling into spiral patterns and casting dancing shadows from the jagged pillars lining the walls. The air smells and tastes slightly metallic, and the sound around you is strangely muted. The dripping of water makes no echo, as if you stood in open air. I'll point out as well, the cavern walls also have this horrible, insane-looking spiral patterns that just loop, and it's on all of the walls. You try not to actively look at it, only because you don't know what it'll do to your brain if you do. It is just something so maddening to it. You could probably blame it slightly on the phase res itself. But for the sake of all that, I think there were even random encounters in this bitch.
Oh my god. Wow, I really thought we were, walking into a thieves guild's lair.
No.
Well, tracker, get tracking.
So, you guys together? I'll just help move you along.
All right.
Rogi's probably up in front.
Mm-hmm.
Along with
Oh.
Kivu.
Mages in the back, mages in the back.
Mages in the back, you say?
Why? They don't
Ah.
understand.
No, we
Why
should
would you
be
ever want to
middle
go in the back? Yeah, you guys basically I got you in the right order. Sarah is even up front. Everyone else is in the back.
I would like to be towards the back since I have a tendency of running into danger.
It's true, you do. You travel through this long stretch of tunnels, where at a certain point, you do reach a fork in the tunnels. I have to zoom out, or just properly show you.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking Christ.
By the goddamn gods.
You can see at some point there's 3 pathways to choose from.
I want to do a perception check. Or would it be perception or survival for,
Are you tracking? or
yeah, I
jumping
guess
from up to?
survival.
Survival.
Yeah, can I help with this then?
Yes. You can roll it if you want. I'll
Okay.
allow it.
Okay.
Okay, 22. You do see a series of tiny footprints. Unfortunately, there are 2 of them.
Oh.
One scurried up this way. The other went down here.
Then they both look equally fresh?
No, not equally so. One's probably a little bit older, and that's the one that heads down into this right-hand tunnel over here.
Okay. I'll point kind of more. That's the one that's a little bit more straight ahead of us, right?
Yeah, or above.
Oh. Okay. I'll point to that one and I'll say, and these look like little boot prints, right? When you say
Yes,
little.
they look like
Yeah.
Darrow or something of similar size.
Little elf shoes.
These prints are slightly older than these ones. We are trying to.
Do you think somebody might have come in before us, between the Darrow and us, I should say? We didn't give him much time.
How long did it take us to really get back together?
It was only like 2,000 feet or something.
Yeah, like an hour or 2.
It is possible, but potentially unlikely.
If we follow the north one, we might catch up with whoever they are, and we can ask them if they are the person we're trying to follow.
Indeed. Let's follow the fresher tracks.
Okay.
So you follow the fresher tracks up north.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's this stink?
You actually, as you go up there, I will show you. It is a patch of what seems to be just a bunch of mushrooms of all kind.
Hmm.
But as you get up
Rogi
here,
gets
you
very
notice
excited.
it's almost a dead end, except for a tiny, narrow fissure in the wall, probably no more than 2 feet wide. A tiny creature could pass through it unimpeded. A small creature would have to squeeze. Medium creatures cannot go through it at all.
Shit.
But
Wonderful.
you see a variety of these mushrooms of all different kinds, even torch stalks, and there's a few that you guys have not really seen yet on your travels that kind of glow with some phase res.
Mushrooms!
Immediately goes over to one of those and picks it.
I would like to nature check this for goddamn poison.
Alright, you pick the mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
Is
One
what he's
sec-
doing stupid?
1 second.
So is it weird that there is phase res here? Or is that kind of a semi-normal thing in the Underdark?
Semi-normal, but it's a
Okay.
very potent amount here.
Okay.
It's
So-
a lot, but
The
This-
mushroom you picked up seems to be like a 1-inch long stem with a stubby blue cap with white dots.
Oh, it is so pretty.
You look it over, Ghundra. You're not wholly aware of this mushroom. It does look like there's some weird magical effect placed upon it, probably from the phase res itself.
I just kind of slap it out of his hand. They're
Pick it up again.
They're magical. Don't touch them.
I've
The name
already
comes
picked
to you
it.
for a second, Ghundra. I think you heard about it once before. Is it called a pygmy wart?
Pygmy wart. You need to put that down now before it causes you to be cursed or something. Might see through
No.
the skin. Yes. It's magical. Have you heard of a pygmy wart? You don't want to touch this.
No, what's that? What does it do?
It is
Can
a-
you eat it? Ah.
Absolutely not. If you poison
You
yourself,
eat it?
I'm not helping.
You eat it?
No, as Ghundra says, absolutely not. Rogi takes it out of his mouth. He puts it partway in his open mouth, but then takes it out.
Okay.
This obsession of yours.
Teases the idea of
This
eating.
obsession with yours is infuriating.
There's one more mushroom that is 4 inches tall with a thin stem and a wide purple cap. I'll say with a 17, Ghundra, well, you would know this as a bigwig.
What is a big wig?
Again, you don't really know what it does, but you know they're similar strains of mushrooms that grow in like dark phase res infested areas.
How big is the purple one?
I'm gonna.
About 4 inches tall.
Okay, that's pretty big. I'll
What-
take this little one, and I will not put it back, and I will take out my druidic focus, and I will stuff the mushroom into the shell.
Sure.
I'm probably a little bit at a loss in Gracklestug, but using my background, do I know where I could learn more about these things?
No, not really.
Not close by at the very least.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back to Menzo Baranzan at the moment, or some other city I know anything about.
I make a
Yeah.
survival check.
Sure.
Actually, yeah, that's it. Can I
Okay.
look at any of these mushrooms and see if any of them look edible? Based on
There's
my
a
experience.
plenty. Yeah, there's plenty in here in Key that we'll kind of point them out. There's plenty here that you've seen on your travels that is plenty edible.
Yeah.
There's some that are also useful, like torch stalks and whatnot.
I wanted to aid, but that's not really important for
Yeah.
Kilu's thing. But I was just like, have you ever heard of a big wig?
Has he ever heard of a bigwig?
So with the survival, you've probably heard of it, but you don't know much about it. For all you know, this could be a Gracklestug only thing.
Was the tone of it
A
positive
pygmy
at
wart.
least?
It is-
Gracklestug only means vibe is bad because Gracklestug is bad.
It is filled with smog, and
What about the pygmy wart?
at the very least, you can see that the tracks of the the Darrow go in here, and they kind of fade in like that mushroom patch, but it heads directly over to the fissure. So maybe he just squeezed his way through.
Well, this is unfortunate.
we'll just turn around.
Rogi will take some of the torch stalk and just get a little nice collection of mushrooms,
Okay.
just for his own personal purposes,
Do you
Yeah,
know?
especially the
Yeah.
edible ones.
Do you know what you're picking up right
There's
now?
actually some fire like in here too.
Grabs a fuckload of fire lichen.
Yeah.
Stuffed it
Alright.
all in that backpack Keyleth gave him.
If these things
Yep.
spread spores, that kill us. It will be your fault. You understand that, right?
Sure.
Yeah, right now you got like 5 5 of anything, of any kind of mushroom you kind of want. Fire lichen, torch stalks, water orbs, you name it.
Alright.
So the best reasoning I have, given our current circumstances, is that some group people in the Grey Ghost are not small enough to fit through there. So the other path is another one of their members or something.
Well, I do not believe any of us can fit through here, so
Yeah,
we'll
turn
have to
around.
find another way.
Oh, and while we're on the topic of mushrooms, stop encouraging Sereth. He's up to something. I don't know what, but it's not positive for any of us.
Encouraging me.
Isn't... Are you talking? Who are you talking to?
Rogi.
Okay. And you're saying this in front of Sarah?
I'm saying it to him while we're kind of like in the mushroom zone.
Okay. Encouraging him? What do you mean?
Nothing. Just don't.
I don't... How do I not do what you're telling me if you don't tell me what I'm doing?
I'm busy going down the other path.
Ghundra, you're confusing.
Okay. As you guys head down the other path, did you take the big wig and the pygmy wart with you?
The
Yeah.
pygmy wart is part of my arcane or my druidic focus now, yes.
Okay. I didn't know
And
if
he
you picked
will
pygmy.
take a big wig too.
Okay.
He'll just throw it in his pack. He doesn't know
Yeah.
what it's used for, but he'll just take
Okay.
one big wig.
All right. So you go
Could
down the
I-
other pathway.
The list of mushrooms is in the chat, right?
I believe so.
Okay, I'll look. I'll find it.
So you
What
go
are you
down this.
looking for? I have all the mushrooms written down.
I just wanted to see if there are any more useful ones that I should grab, since they're in abundance here.
Not really. I mean, the blue cap could be for baking bread if you want that. Everything else
Oh,
is just
yes.
water, food, and wood.
I'm definitely grabbing a blue cap. 5 blue cap.
Trilomac for paper if you want that.
Okay. So you guys all head to the other side of the tunnel, southern one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you ventured into the cavern, a stench of rotting meat arises. The floor is carpeted with humanoid remains in various stages of decomposition, arranged in a spiral pattern around the cave's center. Hold on. There we go. In a spiral pattern around the cave's center, an off-key humming comes with a hunched figure working busily at something on the floor. Oh, there you are! The figure is Buppido, as he wipes his hands on his vest and smiles viciously. Didn't expect you to find me here. With my shrine nearly finished. In power. My faithful are finally honoring me. Are you? Yes. Yes, I said that you're ready to receive my truth into your hearts.
I'm readying a spell. Fuck.
Yep, let me set this up real quick.
Yep.
You see a person you traveled with are surrounded by corpses, you don't let him finish his fucking sentence. You just kill
I
him.
am gonna second that.
Keely's just gonna draw his blade. Well, hello there, Buppido.
Rogi will take out a crossbow and get ready to shoot.
Okay. As you do, 6 skeletons
You're so
come out of the ground of this
Aw.
spiral pathway. And he's like, yes, my faithful are here. And we'll begin combat. Well, actually, you know what? We'll begin combat next week.
No.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Aw.
it's midnight, guys. Gotta call it
No.
here. It's late. It is too late to be
Okay.
starting combat.
But Dad.
No,
But
don't butt
Dad-
Dad.
Did you just call me butt dad?
Did you just call me Dad?
Alright, I'm gonna end recording.
Alright.